Hello. Gosh, I look red this morning. Elvis, please don't get in the way. As soon as I start talking to you guys, he runs up and like, Bud, really? Come on, up on the couch. Come up here. Not right now, Bubba. Mama's trying to talk to her friends. Yeah, she's trying to talk to her friends. You stay there. Yes, so today's the 19th. It's Friday. We're getting so close to Christmas now. I have had a wild, how long? 18 hours, 20 hours? I mean, I was asleep for 8 hours of it, but yesterday afternoon my day kind of got a little bit derailed, so hence why there wasn't any. I did get some spinning done, but I didn't get to record me spinning at all. I think I said yesterday it was a really hot one. It got to about 40 actually here. But just after 2, I got a phone call from my mother-in-law saying, hey, I'm 5 minutes away. Can you drive me to urgent care? So I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I will turn the fan off. That's what I will do. Yeah, so I quickly scrabbled to get myself together, get a treat for the dog, because we all know he has separation anxiety. So I tried to get something together for him, grabbed my bag, got some water, and I was ready just as she was pulling up. So we drive down to the urgent care and they go, okay, for why you're here, we can't see you. They haven't set us up with that kind of, you know, infrastructure. They're like, we can do cuts, sprains, breaks, all that kind of thing, but we can't deal with your particular issue. So they're like, you need to go to the emergency department. So we're heading out of the urgent care and we get in the lift. 5 of us get in the lift. It starts going down, everything's fine. It stops and starts bouncing. The screen goes blank, and I have a fear of, all right, let's count it out. I have anxiety disorder. I get panic attacks. I don't like lifts, never have, and I am claustrophobic. And it was a hot day in a not very well ventilated lift, so it stops and it starts bouncing, and we're all looking at each other going, what is happening? And my mother-in-law says, as if I needed any more stress today, because I mean, I'll say it was her blood pressure. That's why we were getting her checked out. I just don't want to tell too much of somebody else's medical so we'll just say that it was her blood pressure. And she was like, as if I need anything else today. And little miss me, immediately my heart is racing. I start not being able to breathe properly, and I start having a panic attack in this elevator that is still doing this weird bouncing thing. And I can feel the tears coming to my eyes and I'm shaking. And the poor guy I think they were a family, I think it was a couple and one of their mothers, were in there with me and my mother-in-law, and he started to ring the alarm bell, and I jumped because obviously I'm already like on edge and having a panic attack, like can't breathe, I'm crying, shaking, and he goes, oh, I'm so sorry, because like I'd said out loud, I'm having a panic attack. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I should have warned you before I pressed that, because I'm going to press the alarm now, because there was a thing that said press the alarm for at least 5 seconds. So he presses the alarm, it's this really loud bell. And because like I'm trying just to breathe, because I'm wanting to like, but like, so I'm trying to make sure that I have deep breaths, let the breath register, come back out. So anyway, next thing, the screen comes back up, it says like ground. It was only one ground and one, like that was all there was. It was literally just one floor. The screen comes back on, the lift starts moving up again, and we get spat out at the top. So I was like, oh, thank God. But the weirdest thing is like, I tell you what, I had a weird psychic intuition, because right as we were walking towards the lift and I saw the family go in, the 3 people go in, my mother-in-law went in, and because I'm a larger girl, I thought maybe I'll just take the stairs. because like I'm happy to take the stairs. But then I thought, no, there's space, I can get in there, it's fine. So I get in, and it's just like, afterwards I'm just like, something was telling me don't get in that lift, like just take the stairs, but I still got in the lift. So it's like, I think in future I will pay better attention when I get those flashes, because I absolutely got a flash that said take the stairs and I ignored it. So I think in future I will have to pay closer attention to those little glimmers that I get. Not that they happen often, but it absolutely happened yesterday. But anyway, so we get back to the car. Mind you, like I said, it's 40 degrees, so the car is so hot. And I get back to the car and my hands are like this. And my mother-in-law is like, do you want me to drive? And I'm like, no, I'll be fine. Like, because, you know, you're the one that's having the medical issue. I'm just having a panic attack. So we get back out on the road. We get to the emergency department. And then, this is like my mother-in-law. Oh my goodness. She was just like, we parked in the emergency area, which you only have 30 minutes. Like, it's just short-term parking. So I set a timer on my phone and I said to her, okay, what do you want me to do? Would you like me to go and park your car in the car park and come back and stay with you? And she's like, oh, no, that's fine. And she was like, my cleaner is at my house. It's just so typical. She's having a medical episode and she's like, my cleaner is at my house and I haven't paid her. Can you go and pay the cleaner? So I get in the car, like, I'm like, are you sure? Is your husband coming? Like, is he gonna be here? And she's, oh yeah, he's just, you know, whatever. And I thought she said he was cleaning up and he was coming. And so I thought, okay, well, she's not going to be on her own for very long. Hopefully they'll see her relatively soon. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go and sort out the cleaner and, you know, see what happens. Because I thought, okay, well, her husband's going to come and pick her up and he'll take her home and we'll somehow get her car back to her place. So I rush off and go and pay her cleaner and come back home. And then next thing is like, oh, they're, you know, it wasn't the next thing. It was like maybe, it was after 4 because Simon was home. And so she's like, oh, they're just about done with me. The doctor's just writing a script. Can you come pick me up? And I'm like, oh shit, well, because we were going to go out last night anyway to the shops. So I'm like, oh, I haven't changed or anything. I'm like, not ready to go out. Because I realised while I was out, because I made bread yesterday, I baked my sourdough. I had dough all over my black shirt that I had somehow gotten on myself while I was shaping my dough and whatever. So I've got these white, like, bits all over the front of my black shirt, which I realised later. So I'm like, I'm not changed yet. I'm going to rush and get changed and I'll be there. And then she was like, oh, my husband's 45 minutes away. You know, I'll just wait for him. And I'm like, well, I'm here. I've got your car. I can just pick you up and drop you home and Simon can come pick me up. So that's what we did. I ended up rushing out, picked her up, took her home. Simon came and got me and then we went out shopping. So that was last night. Really was not on my bingo card at all to have all of that happen yesterday. Especially because with the heat, I was just gonna bunk down here and try and keep as cool as I could and keep my animals cool. So yeah, that was yesterday. I'm gonna have a drink because I'm a bit thirsty. And then this morning, because my mother-in-law gave me a pair of shoes that her friend had bought that ended up being the wrong size, but they fit me, so I was like, yeah, I'll take them. So I was going out to the car because I forgot to bring them in last night, and I picked them out of the car and I see my neighbour out the front, and she's like, oh, have you seen Charlie, who is Elvis's friend, the dog? and I'm like, oh no. She's like, I realized their gate is open and I saw him running along here. And I'm like, okay, right. And she's like, but I've got to go to work, like I've got to go catch my train. And I'm like, that's fine, you go catch your train, I will try and find him. And because often, like, occasionally when he's barking and howling, I will get him out and play, like him and Elvis will have a play just to sort of burn up some energy. So Charlie knows me. We're very, like, he's fine with me and Elvis and whatever. So I'm walking around. I go out, I walk down, because I used to live just down our street, and they've like now moved here. So I've wandered down there to see if I can find him. Wandered back, can't find him. I'm calling him, no response. He's not anywhere around that I can see. And then I was just about to go out for another walk to see if I could find him. And one of our other neighbours from down the front is, because we're in a townhouse kind of complex, down the front comes wandering up, and she says, "Have you lost a dog?" And I said, "Well, I haven't lost a dog, but my neighbour's dog has come out, gotten out." So she's like, "I've got him down the front." So I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because we're on a main road here, so like I don't want him getting out and getting hurt. And that was her thought. She was like, I saw him out there and I didn't want him going near the road. So she'd taken him into her front yard, so thank goodness we found Charlie. So we had a chat for a while. He was just playing with her dog. She's got a little dog called Luna. So they were just playing while we were having a chat. So I eventually brought him back, and then got Elvis out, and then they had a run around, and then I popped him away. So yeah, it's just like, for somebody who normally has such a boring life and nothing ever happens, like the last couple of days have just been crazy stuff that I was not expecting. So that's been fun, but we're all decompressed now, because I didn't get back home until, oh gosh, it was 20 to 9 or something. So Elvis didn't get a walk, which is probably good, because last night I decided to wear my Birkenstocks for the first time for the season, and my feet are too delicate from having been in hand knit socks the whole winter. So I really got massive blisters on my feet. Yes, Marion, are you right? Are you okay? I guess that's no. You're mad. Yeah, you are. I'll have to pop her out soon. Yeah, so I ended up with massive blisters on my feet from wearing my Birks for the first time this season. So it was probably a good thing I didn't have to take Elvis for a walk, that I could just let him run around with Charlie. So that's how my morning has been. I've finally got my coffee at about 9, and I have just been working on my Vivid blanket. I'm so close to being done with these squares. I've got just 2 more minis in my bag here, and I can get out of the minis 2 and a bit squares is what I'm finding. Sometimes I get 3, mostly it's 2 and a bit. So this is my second one out of this gold color, and yeah, I just need to get that the joining skein finished, the one that I'm currently spinning. So yeah, that's my story time for this morning. A little bit out of the ordinary. And I also wanted to chat quickly as well, because Azra and I were discussing on Instagram, we were chatting back and forth the other day, the jaunty sale that is coming up with Andrea Mowry, Drea Renee Knits. I'm going to join in, I think. Azra, I think, is as well. We were discussing fibre choices. So I really want to get the current spin that I've got going on my Traveller done, so that I can start spinning for the jointy. Why do I want to say jointy? That doesn't make any sense. The jaunty scarf. So I purchased my pattern the other day. It is kind of made for all different gauges. You just kind of adjust. I haven't read the pattern, but from what I've read of the description of the pattern, is you can make it out of any yarn that you kind of have. Thank you, Marion. So I'm going to spin up some Kathy's fibres, I think. I think I'm going to combine 2 different colourways together. I haven't pulled them out and put them together yet, so I'm not 100% sure they'll work, but that's my thought at the moment. And I'm thinking that I'm going to make a nice woolly yarn out of it, because obviously Kathy, it's top from Kathy. So I'm going to spin from the fold to try and get some air in there, and hopefully make a nice airy 3-ply sort of DK-ish weight, hopefully. Or I mean it probably will go a little bit bigger, but I'm going to try and spin it nice and fine. So that's my plan at the moment, but obviously I need to finish my current spin to be able to start that, which I'm hoping I can spend quite a bit of time today spinning, and hopefully nothing else is going to come up that's going to throw out all my plans. But we'll see. But I'm going to chuff off now and maybe do some dishes and run the vacuum around and stick this one outside, and then get on to some spinning, hopefully. Fingers crossed we're all good.
60 to 70% of the cells on the tape lifts stayed on the tape lift in the DNA extraction process. The trace tape lifts would be unlikely to provide any DNA profiles. It's an alternative.
I'm up here working on my spin. Let me just stop my video. And I'm getting close, but man, am I getting bored of this grey. Is this grey all the way down? So I have this much left. So I'm very close to finishing, and my bobbin is getting quite full, but I am starting to get really bored. But I'm gonna power through. I might even be able to get this done before I have to go make dinner. So I thought I'd give you a quick update, seeing I'm up here as well. I'm having to lean down because my camera is too short and I can't be bothered extending the legs on my tripod, so give me a second. Here is the single that I took off the other bobbin, the one that had no energy the other day. It still doesn't really have any energy. It's still pretty balanced seeming, and there's like, it doesn't curly Q up or anything. So what I'm thinking I might do, seeing nobody has told me what to do, is I thought I would pop this back on a Swift and then just really quickly send it back through the wheel, just to add a touch more twist and energy to it before I ply it with my current high, you know, it's not, well, I mean, it's not high energy singles, but it has energy, whereas this one is pretty dead. So yeah, that's my thought, is I'll just quickly give this a whip through back onto a bobbin, and then I will try to ply them. So thoughts and prayers, please. Hi everyone, weird light. It is now 6 o'clock in the evening. I am going to sign off for today. I thought I should start being better about signing off my vlogs. You will have seen the spinning that I got done today, so I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out, seeing one of the singles was really old and very slack. But yeah, I will continue probably on that tomorrow. For now, I am hungry, so I'm going to go and make some dinner for myself and my husband. And I know I've been very remiss to say, if you've been enjoying these vlogs and you are not subscribed, I would love it if you would chuck me a subscribe. And if you are subscribed and you're still enjoying these, give me a like. It all helps with the YouTube. I'd love to grow my YouTube this year, or 2026 next year. So yeah, please do chuck me a like, chuck me a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so I'm going to sign off and I will catch you tomorrow on day 20. Bye.